The following is brought to you in part by System Blue. Products and education. System Blue.
I think that's the chubbiest boy you're gonna get.
This is how we load the buses here, small groups of 6 or 7 people. We're all euphoniums here. Each night we switch out groups so no one has to go 1 to 2 nights in a row. This is our night. It's like been 5 days since we last loaded.
There's a whole lot of stuff that has to happen like whenever we leave a housing site, so it's kind of like a full core effort to get everything done. Let's get wide hard cases. We're starting our second layer.
Oh, this is a big boy. The mother load.
So basically what we do is in this first bay over here, we load up most of the hard shells. In this one, we have some of like the larger bags. And this bay, we put all the miscellaneous stuff.
We're almost done. Last bags.
Nobody likes these.
Just Blue Devils problems. If you look at the other buses, not all the other teams are quite efficient as us. We like to pride ourselves one of the more efficient teams, and we're about to finish right here.
No, you ain't done yet. These are some good hound rookies! Oh God, you're sweaty and disgusting.
yeah. Big Christian. And that's it, we're done. Time to get on the bus.
Scene 3 to Scene 4 really focuses on the transition to romantic theater, and it really just takes this idea of, chaos and puts it into something more liquid and something that flows just naturally, almost like love itself. You see performers hanging from these props, almost like hanging from your fingertips. The ghost light comes into the middle of the theater and everyone is just blinded by it. And that's almost kind of what love starts out as, this sense of romance. It's very scary and very intimidating and you want to shy away from it. But as our ballad progresses, you grow from it and you start to wander and start to explore this idea of romance.
the ballad starts off with this transition given by a sample and our violin player. And then we have a pickup from our soloist Ivan, and then the front ensemble comes in with some chords after that to kind of push into it. And then as the ballad goes on, we continue with the Murmurs having a lot of rhythmic modulation stuff going up the keyboards, very soft, and then the vibes kind of accenting some of the notes with our chords. I think at the beginning I expressed more of this sadness, this longing, because it's very slow, it's like a building moment almost. And then when we get through that middle section with the vibraphone chords, I express more of sadness, because it's very open, exposed, almost lonely in a sense. And as we get into that big impact, I kind of get like this little smile, this little feeling of happiness.
Musically, the euphonium solo, it starts in a pretty comfortable register, and as you progress towards the top of my solo, the register starts moving in the upper tessitura. On top of that, it's a very warm and luscious euphonium sound that I'm trying to bring to the table. It's particularly difficult to control your breathing coming out from 230 beats per minute down to 76.
We all come together as an ensemble and we start these micro layers of music. Again, it's just this constant layering of overwhelming emotion. And before you know it, you're fully immersed in saying, wow, here I am.
My shoulder width is the same exact size as Ryan's bottom bass drum person. Dude. Perfectly in line. It's pretty intense.
So being inducted into the Drum Corps Hall of Fame is pretty much an honor I haven't quite grasped yet. And I think one of the reasons that I'm still trying to grasp the whole Hall of Fame thing is I don't feel old. I don't feel like I've been doing this for a long time. The members help you feel young. And every year it just feels like I'm starting over again.
John Meehan has taught me since my freshman year of high school. So the first day I was doing marching band, John Meehan was there, and the last day I'm going to do marching band, John Meehan's going to be there, and I can't thank him enough. Yeah.
J Money Meehan for President 2K19.
Yes, sir, baby.
Thank you, John, for giving me this opportunity to be here. It's been great working with you for the past 3 years. I've learned a lot.
Everything you do behind the scenes and everything you do for us, like, we all really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Absolutely 100% deserves it. We all adore you here. And just congratulations again on making this world a better place.
You've always heard the term that you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself by. And over the past 26 years teaching on this staff, the people that I've worked with and the members that I've taught, they're the ones that have got me to this point. It definitely started with my father, who put a trumpet in my hand when I was 7 years old and started this thing and this love affair for this activity and music. I know that being able to share this with my dad is pretty incredible. But last and not least, probably most importantly, is my wife and my kids. They have a special patience for me, and while none of my kids marched, they love it. They love the activity, and it's special.
Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. It is just a tribute to you and all the years you've given back to the community, to all the children you've taught. It's just awesome.
With you, it's always about the students first. It's always about the kids. So you're so open to trying new things with the horn line, whatever it takes to get them better. And I just really appreciate that as a colleague and friend.
I'd say it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, but it's definitely not something that just happened. It's been worked for and towards for many years. So cheers to you.
John Meehan, where do I start? Such an incredible individual.
He's like my drum corps dad. He really is an incredible human being, an incredible teacher, and he is 100% deserving of this award.
I could not think of a better person to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. John Meehan is the epitome of amazing human, incredible, intelligent teacher, and his passion is still continuous and still flowing through him to us, and we can feel that every time he's talking to us.
I get asked the question a lot, like, how do you keep doing this? This is my 26th year on staff with the Blue Devils. I marched for 10 years with the Blue Devils. In between those two, I taught for several years. And the reason that you keep coming back are the members. And I think every year you feel like it's the first time again.
So at the top of scene 4, we all go in saber and we start in trios, which is 2 guys and then 1 girl gets lifted, and we all have sabers. And this is supposed to be just like pods of like moments, visual moments where we can see girls being lifted and guys interacting with girls in a very like romantic kind of style. We have some 45 planes with a lean away from our body, and then around the neck choreo, more turning to the back. We catch under our leg, we lean away, backhand behind us before we put it around our neck again, and then we toss a blade quad out of that. It's a lot of different little intricacies that they want us to be able to show and express, because it's fast, but it's also smooth. And then we get into pairs and do this kind of big exchange toss. And those are pretty big moments because there's a lot of pairs and you all see their sabers go up at different times, and we see those catches and just different moments of great catches and great tosses. And then after that, we immediately go into another big ensemble toss together, which is a big hilt 6 while we turn underneath it.
One of the biggest things as a member of the horn line is to create contrast in this ballad, because When our low brass first starts in, they start out as very just beautiful low notes, and our trumpet section comes in with this very light, lifted, almost taking the idea of two lovers and slowly bringing them together as our low brass will kind of rise up in chord structure, and our high brass just slowly adds down to where it all connects in the center. We all slowly melt down towards the ground and on top of each other, layering into an idea that was inspired by a Bosch painting. Again, capturing the idea of layering these bodies, both in music and visual. And you see me almost reaching out towards the audience for that one last invitation to pull you in and say, hey, come with me.
Well, when we first got the music for this section, Scott told us we were going to have shoes on our hands, and none of us have ever done anything like this before, that's for sure. It's become a really fun and energetic section for us, because we just get to really connect with the audience and show them how much of a good time we're having, and that usually leads us to see how good of a time they're having as well, which is pretty awesome.